Now that we've finished setting up our GET endpoints, it's time to move into the next important part of our API, updating data. In this part, we'll focus on the update methods, starting with our categories. To begin, let's open our iCategory repository interface and add a new method called updateCategory. This method will allow us to update an existing category record inside the database. Let's add the following line of code. Now that we've added our new updateCategory method to the interface, it's time to implement it inside our category repository class. Now that we've implemented the updateCategory method inside our repository, let's expose it through our API using an HTTP put endpoint. Before we move on to testing everything in Postman, let's fix a small but very common mistake in our controller. Alright, now that we've fixed our parameter name, let's jump back into Postman and test our GET endpoint again. I'll send a GET request to, let's hit send. And perfect. We get a 200 OK response with our JSON result showing the category details. We're ready to move on and test the put endpoint to update our data. In the URL bar, I'll enter. Then I'll go down to the Body tab, select Raw, and choose this from the drop-down on the right. Now, let's add our new category object. Once that's ready, I'll click Send. If everything's set up correctly, we should get a 204 response. That means our category has been successfully added to the database. We can confirm it by switching back to a GET request and calling all categories. Now that we've finished updating the category endpoints, let's move on and add the same functionality for our country entity. We'll start by adding an updateCountry method inside our iCountry repository interface. Now that we've added the updateCountry method to our interface, let's go ahead and implement it inside our country repository. Open the country repository file. Just like we did for categories, we're going to use Entity Framework's update method to mark an entity as modified and then call save to commit changes to the database. Our updateCountry method is ready inside the repository. Let's connect it to our API by creating a put endpoint inside the country's controller. Open the country's controller file and add the code.